Time for tonight's rewrite. Bush administration officials mounted a television campaign this weekend to try to rewrite history and tell America that the use of enhanced interrogation techniques, interpreted internationally as torture based on the Geneva Conventions, helped lead Navy SEAL Team 6 directly to Osama bin Laden. I asked a former military interrogator about this. You just heard Donald Rumsfeld say that anyone who suggests that the enhanced techniques, waterboarding, did not produce an enormous amount of valuable intelligence just isn't facing the truth. Did we get an enormous amount of valuable intelligence from waterboarding?
Well, what former Secretary Rumsfeld should explain to us then is how come we didn't find or locate Osama bin Laden back when Khalid Sheikh Mohammed was waterboarded in 2002 and 3 after his capture, and when these other detainees were exposed to enhanced interrogation techniques.
Now, that same interrogator, Matthew Alexander, told the Huffington Post's Dan Frumkin, "I think that without a doubt, torture and enhanced interrogation techniques slowed down the hunt for bin Laden." He says that the detainees that were subjected to torture, quote, gave us the bare minimum amount of information they could get away with to get the pain to stop or to mislead us. I never saw enhanced interrogation techniques work in Iraq. I never saw even harsh techniques work in Iraq. In every case, I saw them slow us down, and they were always counterproductive to trying to get people to cooperate. Those views were echoed last week on this program by Mark Fallon, who was an interrogator at Guantanamo Bay. So how do you pick a winner in the debate over the most effective interrogation techniques between people like Dick Cheney and Donald Rumsfeld, who have never conducted an interrogation, and the actual interrogators I've just cited? Enter this new study from the National Defense Intelligence College, the military's accredited institution tasked with educating, among others, the departments and agencies of the intelligence and homeland security communities. The study is entitled Educing Information, Interrogation, Science, and Art. It comes down on the side of the interrogators who have appeared on this program. It does so in careful academic language. Quote, "The very nature of the use of physical force would seem to undermine the likelihood of useful connection with a source. It might also increase a source's hatred of the United States and interest in suicide or willingness to be killed." Note the word might in that sentence. That's what I mean about careful academic language. It might. What they're saying is torture might increase a source's hatred of the United States. Keep that sort of understatement in mind as you consider the language of this military study on torture. In the course of an interrogation, errors in strategy, approach planning, and actions are in many instances irreversible. The use of force by the United States may also have caused short and long-term damage to U.S. interests and credibility, some of which may not be known. And in its key findings on enhanced interrogation techniques, the study says the preponderance of reports seems to weigh against their effectiveness. In non-academic language, torture doesn't work.